Rover SD1 Series 1, 1976-82. This car was launched on its home market in June 1976 in hatchback, fastback form only, as the V8-engined Rover 3500, SOC 2.3 liters and 2.6 liters 6s followed in November 1977, when the Rover P6 and Triumph 2000 were finally discontinued. Although there was no four-cylinder version of the SD1 at this point, British Leyland produced 1.8, 2.0 and 2.2 versions of the smaller Princess in order to compete with the entry-level versions of the Ford Granada, as well as more expensive versions of the Ford Cortina. The car was warmly received by the press and even received the European Car of the Year award for 1977. Its launch on the European mainland coincided with its appearance at the Geneva Motor Show in March 1977, some 3 months after the Car of the Year announcement. Dealers had no left-hand drive cars for sale, however, since production had been blocked by a toolmakers' strike affecting several British Leyland plants and a body shell dispute at the company's Castle Bromwich plant. Closer to home, the car and its design team received the Midlander of the Year award for 1976, because they had between them done most in the year to increase the prestige of the English Midlands region. Poor construction quality was apparent even in the company's press department fleet. The British magazine Motor published a road test of an automatic 3500 in January 1977, and while keen to highlight the Rover's general excellence, they also reported that the test car suffered from poor door seals, with daylight visible from inside past the rear door window frame's edge on the left side of the car, and a curious steering vibration at speed which might, or might not, have resulted from the car's front wheels not having been correctly balanced. Disappointment was recorded that the ventilation outlet directly in front of the driver appeared to be blocked, delivering barely a breeze even when fully open. The rider had encountered this problem on one other Rover 3500, although he had also driven other cars of the same type with an abundant output of fresh air through the vent in question. Nevertheless, in March 1977, Britain's Autocar was able to publish an article by Raymond Mays, a famous racing driver and team manager during, in particular, the 1930s, 1950s and 1960s, in which Mays explained why, after driving it for 12,000 miles, he considered his Rover 3500 was the best car he ever had, both for its many qualities as a driver's car and for its excellent fuel economy even when driven hard. Similar ventilation problems persisted until 1980 and were reported in tests of the V8's version. Another area of concern was flaking paint on early models, forcing British Leyland to spend a lot of money on repainting cars. In television shows, John Steed in The New Avengers and George Cowley in The Professionals both used yellow Rover 3500 models.